Thank you for inviting me. And I was hearing about all these love stories and the struggles women and men both face um, in their personal life, which should be their personal life and personal space. So I'm Natasha. I've been working in Bangladesh. I am a Bangladeshi living here in India on a visa, a spouse visa. Though there is no category, but then the embassy in Bangladesh wants to call it a spouse visa. It's actually a ex visa or whatever. And we are married for last 23 years now, and still I have to go every year to get a new visa. And there are times I'm asked questions like, this marriage certificate is 9 years old, so how do I know that you're still married? So this kind of questions and situations I also face. Then on the other hand, when my husband, being an Indian, also was facing a lot of problem getting a visa, regular visa to visit the in-laws over there, I had to fight a case for him and my son to get an NVR, because the law that we have, the nationality law in Bangladesh that we have, they don't have any problem when a man is married to a foreign spouse and they get a no visa required stamp in their passport or a nationality, but a woman can't do that. So Barrister Sarah Hussain was very helpful in this way, and she fought the case for me. And finally, we got that my husband can get an NVR, and thus the women who have foreign spouse and children, they are now getting NVRs. That's one side of that was sort of handled. But when I come to my visa thing, my status in India, that's a problem area, because India has a law where every spouse from any other country except Pakistan and Bangladesh, they can get a OCI or a resident permit, but us, people from Pakistan or Bangladesh, can't get it, because in 47 the people wanted to break away from India. So that's our fault. Though I keep on saying that we are Bangladeshis, we didn't decide anything. Bangladesh happened in 71. So what is our problem? Why can't we get our thing? But I've been talking to lawyers here, and I hope I'll be able to challenge that. I need to challenge that also, that why can't we Bangladeshis get a OCI? Though the interesting thing is that my mother is from here in India. My grandparents were from here, and they in 47 with my father opted for East Pakistan that time. But even then, we have the legacy here, but then we won't be able to claim anything because
and ironically, it is exactly these three countries which were one country at one time, but it's like we're constantly punishing each other with the visa issues.
Totally. So Bangladeshis, I would say, have a better status than the Pakistanis. Oh my God, Pakistanis will never get a long-term visa. They'll have to, and each time I go for visa, I'll be asked why I'm not changing my nationality. And then I have to tell them because I don't want to change my nationality. But then you should. I don't see any reason why I should. I should be able to stay here with my own nationality. So that's a constant battle. But
and your sister also has that cross-border story.
No, they don't. Because
no, they don't.
No, because my brother-in-law, though he's a Punjabi, born in Amritsar, they moved to East Pakistan before 71. So and then they were staying here, so they don't have that. And because he's a Muslim and from Bangladesh, So they don't have that kind of a problem. The problem starts when I have someone from the other religion, especially Muslim marrying a Hindu, or because I've seen Muslims marrying Christians. That's okay, that's fine. Like especially if you are studying in US or England and you have your boyfriend and then you're getting married, it's fine. People are okay. But then when it comes to a person from India and a Hindu, then the problem starts. But I would say I'm lucky. I didn't have any kind of such problem because my family and the society that I live in, or with the people who are my friends and family, they don't have an issue with this. And but then there are people who find it very difficult, and uh, we got married under Special Marriage Act of 1872. Asif Mayuddin was talking about that. We follow the same thing here in Bangladesh. But because the family court is religion driven and weak, so we don't have the Special Marriage Act, don't have any inheritance law. So when you are married under that, the people, it's their duty to tell us, inform us that we need to get married into some religious thing because of the inheritance. And so that's another problematic area, because if I have property in my country, I cannot get have my children have it. Because we are doing this intermarriage, marriage and interreligious marriage and all sorts of things. So these are the very practical problems that I have. And it's something we are fighting. And I think it's actually when it comes to women choosing their partner, that's a main concern for many, because the family is losing control over the woman. That's a huge thing. And also parting away with the little bit of property she owns to another person who is not from the community is also a problem. So
yeah. Thank you for sharing the cross-border perspective. I mean, we've been hearing about problems that each country has been facing, within its own boundaries. So the visa issue comes up, and I think here Sapan has been. We have a campaign called Milne Do, in which this is exactly one of the issues that we're trying to raise, that it should be easier to get visas to each other's countries, and it shouldn't be like a torture. Just because you fell in love with across the border. So thank you, Natasha, for sharing your point of view.